Columbia, who oversees the church that the president just used as a photo op. Bishop Budde, thank you for being here. What are your thoughts as you saw what happened, and as you look at these images now of so many Americans crying out in the streets for law and order that is applied equally to all of us, regardless of color, regardless of economic status?
I want to thank you for letting me be on be part of this conversation. Let me be clear. The president just used a Bible, the most sacred text of the Judeo-Christian tradition, and one of the churches of my diocese, without permission, as a backdrop for a message antithetical to the teachings of Jesus and everything that our churches stand for. And to do so, as you just said, he sanctioned the use of tear gas by police officers in riot gear to clear the churchyard. I am outraged. The president did not pray when he came to St. John's, nor, as you just articulated, did he acknowledge the agony of our country right now, and in particular that of the people of color in our nation, who wonder if anyone in public power will ever acknowledge their sacred words, and who are rightfully demanding an end to 400 years of systemic racism and white supremacy in our country. And I just want the world to know that we in the Diocese of Washington, following Jesus and his way of love, we distance ourselves from the incendiary language of this president. We follow someone who lived a life of nonviolence and sacrificial love. We align ourselves with those seeking justice for the death of George Floyd and countless others through the sacred act of peaceful protest. And I just can't believe what my eyes have seen tonight.
You had no idea he was going to do that?
I had no idea. I was watching the news with everyone else, and as you might imagine, I have been fielding out just phone calls and emails and texts of outrage from my people and from people across the country wondering what on earth did we just witness. I hear everything else that has been said tonight, as I was allowed to eavesdrop on the first part of your conversation, which is equally significant in terms of the symbolism of our civic institution. But what I am here to talk about is the abuse of sacred symbols for the people of faith in this country to justify language, rhetoric, an approach to this crisis that is antithetical to everything we stand for, everything that this faith stands for.
You know, there were so many religious leaders, people from the faith community who took part in civil rights demonstrations, who were integral to the success of civil rights demonstrations. You know, year after year, there were faith leaders who, not just Dr. King, but members of different faith communities who were killed in Mississippi and elsewhere.
These are our heroes. These are our martyrs, right? Mostly people of color, some beautiful white allies who were privileged to stand with them. These are the people that show us what it looks like to live and to walk a life of faith, right? That's what it looks like. That's the legacy. That's our hope. That's our only hope in this country. And so much has been gained and so much has been lost in these last 40 years. And I feel that the soul of our nation is at stake right now. And we need moral leadership. And we also need, and that was, I think, what you all were talking about earlier, we need moral leadership. We also need political leadership. Because the people of faith in this country cannot act as a substitute for sound civic government and moral leadership and effective laws that are justly enforced for all people. And that is something that all people of faith, all people of goodwill, and all people who have no faith at all but believe in the civic principles of this country can agree. And in that public square we stand. And we must prevail as a people, because what we're witnessing now
if I could, I know we have to go, but before we go, there's a lot of people watching right now who, maybe they've been marching in the streets, maybe they have been staying at home, and maybe they're frightened about what they're seeing on the television and wondering where it's going, and worried about their business, being destroyed, or they're worried about their child who is out marching, and is their child going to get killed? Is their child going to get beaten up or tear gassed? And even during regular times, there's a lot of people who worry about their children and themselves every single time they go outside. And are they going to be arbitrarily pulled over?
I hear
What
that.
do you say to people tonight who are afraid?
Well, I'm afraid, right? I'm afraid. I'm afraid for my kids. I'm afraid for everyone's children. I'm particularly mindful of the fact that those of us who are white have far less to be afraid of than people of color. But I fear for us. Fear, however, is not an excuse to stand idly by. I grieve the violence, the senseless violence, and the destruction of livelihoods and the fabric of cities. I'm from Minneapolis, and I'm watching what's happening there, and I'm serving a city now that still bears the scars of what happened in the 60s. I understand the fear. But I think if we don't look at the reasons, at the root causes of the cancerous sins in our nation, we will never get past the symptomatic eruptions and, frankly, the opportunistic distractions that keep us from our true self. And that's what we have to keep our eyes on and work toward while we bind the wounds of those who become the what's the word, the collateral damage of a nation that will not face its sin, repent, and heal.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you worked in Minneapolis, was it 18 years?
18 years. My family, I had family, I had friends, my son, my grandson.
So as somebody who knows that city, I'm sorry to interrupt, but as somebody who knows that city, and I think it's such an important point to make, and you were alluding to this earlier, which is, we're looking right now at military on the street. We're looking at large numbers of people protesting in Los Angeles peacefully at this hour, thank goodness. And we focus in these days a lot on demonstrations because that is what is happening in the streets right now and what our political leaders are talking about, for better or for worse. It threatens to make us focus just on protests and not on the underlying reasons why people feel driven into these streets. And not just the murder, and I use that word, murder, intentionally of Mr. Floyd, but the lack of law and order applied equally to all citizens, for not just individuals, but for entire communities of color, black and brown, and not just for this year or last year, but for decades and decades, and frankly hundreds of years.
Well, you said it as articulately as anyone would hope to. I mean, the deep-seated, decades-long injustices and embedded systemic racism and the inability to hold officers accountable for their crimes. I mean, these go back. This is embedded in the police force in cities like Minneapolis, and the racial injustices go back. As you know, they go back to policies and practices that were the direct roots of slavery and antebellum and Jim Crow. I mean, all of those things, we can look at all of those things. I mean, this is June 1st, for crying out loud. We know what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, almost 100 years ago, when an entire community of African Americans was basically massacred, right? And their communities destroyed by angry white vigilantes, right? All of that is part of our history, and one of the responsibilities of people of faith is to know the context in which superficial acts, when I say superficial, I don't mean insignificant, but the ones ones that are right on the surface, right? We need to understand the deep-rooted causes of these things, not to justify individual acts of violence. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if we don't understand the context, we miss the opportunity to be agents of healing. And that's what we heard in our president tonight. We missed one opportunity after another, after another, after another.
Yeah.
And it is.
I love that phrase, how to be agents of healing. I think that's something that we should all reflect on in the hours and the days ahead, of how to be that in our own lives, in our own communities. Bishop Budde, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just ahead, we're going to talk